G'day, mate, and welcome back to Factorio with me, ED. So, updating my... And we've got this built. Now, I did have to raid all the modules. Off again. A little module base, which is down here. Find a nice... Yeah, not quite all the modules, but most of them. You can see right now there's no prod mods, and speed mods are dropping really, really fast. I do have some in my inventory, but yeah, we did chew a lot of them. Now, this build does 44 green circuit machines. It's fully built now, which now brings us to the next interesting question. Exactly how much do we use per second? So we use 650 copper and iron per second. Now the iron's going to be a little bit slower than the copper, because remember we're choking the amount of copper cable because we just can't make it fast enough. But the important thing is it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So we're gonna call it 650, even though it's not 650. It's probably 640 on the dot, roughly. Not a big difference, but it means every... Oh, that's my train back. You know what? You can go back there with an... So it means every second, every minute, we need 40,000 copper plate and 40,000 iron plate. Which means every minute, my trains are 10 cargo wagons long. Every minute we need to get the train out and a new train in. Which is going to be tight. I think it can be done. I'm not sure. But this build is 44 assemblers long. So let's bring up... let's get rid of that. So calculator says we need 104 of these divided by 44 equals 2.36. That's not nearly as bad as I thought. But honestly, 3 builds would be easier for Mac. Let's go with 104 divided by 3 builds total means we need 34. 34 and change, so divided by 2 for top and bottom means 18. 18 looks like a better number. That's 20. That's 18. So if I trim that off, do the same on the bottom. Trim that off. Bot. Have the bots pick it all up. Hopefully it all fits back in my inventory. There's always a catch it won't. Always a chance that it won't, right? Clean up bots. Clean up an old 2 bots. Go. Alright. But then again, we'll count across the middle. We've got 18 there. 18 there. So we go 18 multiplied by 2 for top and bottom is 36. Multiplied by 3 is 108, and we need 104. So that becomes the new build. Now when we bring up max rate calculator, we're down to 31,000, which is a much, much better number. That's something that gives me that little bit of leeway. It means train... I got a train in, train out. It means I've got about a minute left over. About a minute, about 15 seconds. To get the next train after the first train. Now, we can, because of the way these builds are done, we can actually butt them up against one of their beacons. Can we? Can we? Can? I don't believe so. Do us. With that, all I need to compare. Alright. Number of X sources 13, number of X sources 15. But no. It does mean we have to leave a gap between. Unfortunate. I'm still going to get a third train station through. There is a chance, yeah, I can remove the substations, and that'll give me four extra tiles. 4 extra tiles. 2 of which will be train track, and then 2 of which will be taken up by inserters. But yeah, I can get a train in here. But it means this is our new build. Circuits. Need 3 more. Okay, so we've got a green circuit build. That only leaves the mess of red circuits and blue circuits and actual. So we've done a smelt. Can we use the same theory for smelt? I don't see why not. I much prefer to use a 12 beacon setup. It means less assemblers. Well, less furnaces in this case, as you remember from the last episode. Less assemblers, less inserters, less everything. And less everything is always a good thing. Okay. Got the calculator on the other screen. Unfortunately, you guys can't. It literally cuts off 250 furnaces off just copper by being able to do some sort of direct, not direct insertion, some sort of radar in this, radar in every build, but getting by being able to increase the beacon. I do have another build, like so. I want something similar to this. Don't let it be outside. Work our way through. So we're going to do copper, because copper's the easier of the two. Copper, I can just take the numbers the calculator gives me and run with them. No. Copper's different. A build set. Okay. So I think, hang on, I gotta stop the. But yeah, copper's plain and easy, because a certain amount of my iron is being turned into steel. I need to request. First off, flashings. And I don't know why it's not on, but I'm going to turn it on. Other graphic. Go. Okay. Yeah, copper I can just take the number that the calculator gives me. With iron, I need to subtract the amount that's being used, the amount of iron ore that's being used already, go into steel smelting. Okay. So that becomes 200. There. Now, the idea is, hopefully, these guys are inserting fast enough. We might play with more circuit conditions and stuff in the future. Improve our numbers still. But the idea is, hopefully with 2 of these guys dropping to 1 chest, it means there's always going to be more than 1 piece of copper plate in this chest. Because I don't want a bot to come over, and a bot has a carrying capacity of 3. I don't want a bot to pop over to come pick up stuff, and there only be 1 copper plate in the chest. I always want 3 or more. So when he flies over to pick it up, he doesn't fly back with 1 copper plate. He flies back all the time with 3 plate. Well, 3 plate. We'll just duplicate this along. Now, honestly, the only time I have to change this blueprint, when we get to the halfway point, right about here, it is after 8 of those. I need to have extra blue chest. My outpost train. You come here. Landfill can come here too. How's the outpost train going? 109. What's actually the holdup? Is there a holdup? Blue circuits. Blue circuits are the holdup. No point coming out and getting built. I want that on the other side. I do want all these trees to pick. One landfill. Far. Do you have a dedicated or a semi-dedicated trash train? I'll actually call that one up too. There's backtown base, fuel base, trash. Trash. You come to the 2 circuit condition. Come. I want all the speed module, all the beacon, add a blue chest, 20 inserters, got heaps of substations still at this stage. Give it a moment, shortly we'll have none, I'm sure of it. Bit of a queue. Go past that station. Right back. I want this built so I can change this one over. We've actually got furnaces at the same time. Reports, lots of things. Oh well, I'm matching up with these existing beacons, so yeah, of course I can go further. That to there, that to there. Rotate, dump. Got it? Got it. Now, as I said, all these builds, they're being dropped down temporarily. I can straight away looking at this, go, okay, I've got too many substations. So pretty much every second substation? Not quite. What I'll end up doing is I'll end up pulling out the power network and rebuilding it manually, bit by bit by bit. To make sure I maximize my power placement. Yeah. Alright. Landfill, 2 bits will get real far. Trash train. There it is. Have all that wood. Turn off auto trash of wood. More wood. Really don't. That'll do me. You can go back to delete. We'll take your landfill. Put that to good use. Yeah. Inventory is mostly empty. Like I said, this is going to end up being my next building spot. South. Maybe. Still red circuits, blue circuits, and iron smelting. I think that's it. We're that close to having a finished, it's all placed. Yes, we're still going to be short on modules and beacons, even though I'm placing most of them. But we already know, like, the steel build, we need 13 more of those. I don't have the materials to build all 13 of them. Quick. I don't have the materials to put all those in. I need to place them slowly. No landfill left. Got one piece. Okay, so landfill train. Go away. I get run over. Holy shit. Oh, it's solar. Huh? I thought that was my output. It's waiting for an AND or condition. Okay. Substations placed? Yeah, they are. Oh, even though I've got none left. I've got 2 left in my inventory. So I need beacons, furnaces, shit ton of modules. That's it. So we'll just raid the train when it shows up, empty it. I think this is going to be 88 furnaces. I think. I get them all placed before I start trying to work that in. Exactly. All those. Got blue chest. Red chest. Come back here, train. Oh. $49, yeah, so I was short some red chest. 8, 47, 40. A few. Out of beacons already. Surprise, surprise. As if all the builds are very, very beacon heavy. My train. Okay, so all the furnaces are done. Still short on beacons. I didn't grab roboports. Alright, so it's 88. 88 in the build. Max rate calculator. Select something we're going to actually calculate to give us a calculator. So we need, for copper plate, we need 603 divided by 88 equals 6.85 builds. So we actually want 604 divided by 7 goes 86. That's so close. 88. Yeah, easy to build 7 of these. Is 86. So yeah. So this is copper. Need 7 total. Total. I hope it is. Not looking at it. So now worry that my maths is wrong. So yeah, we won't have all the materials to build this straight up. I know that for a fact. Done the furnaces, roboports. Go, fetch, bring more. Yeah, like I said, there's no way we can possibly afford to stamp down all the builds we want in advance. The best we can do is stamp away knowing that hopefully later on down the track, we can then fully upgrade the builds as required. Just speak. Oh, you've got 500 speed module. Still short on robot. Should trash more mining drill. So be it. Landfill. Where are you? Coming in close. Yeah, really, the trick is to try and get these builds not done perfectly, but as many of these placed down, so I know I can just copy and paste them. Number one. Number two, I know that most of my modules are done. All is all and all two. All two's really just not. I'm gonna leave that backing up. Those could go back, but come out. And like each build is, that's half a build at 460 speed modules. So a full build is close to 1,000 speed modules. I needed, what was it? 7 total. So for just copper, I need 700 speed modules. No, 7,000. I forgot a number. Speed modules. How many of these builds? This is only a 3K base. I've done a 5K base. Never know. One of these days I might go bigger than 5K. Right, we did the Factorio event, which did 60K, and actually the guys have just said that they 100K, which even I think's insane. You can go. All your inventory. I'm not. I'll run. Landfill done. Then the train back. I do really wish the landfill brush was large. Because if you're landfilling in whole lakes, massive. Oops, I started on a Waterworld lakes. This gets it. There's still bots trying. Bye bots, you'll get there eventually. More bots. Almost done. But I've got too much landfill left over. Another lake here. Come on. Who's doing it? Oh, it's not. Alright, check with the blueprint real quick. Look like I've missed anything. Apart from a heap of bots. I definitely missed a heap of bots. Alright, so we want more speed modules. Please tell me you have some train. No. How's the module train? 300. Yep. You can come here. That was 50 speed modules. Did not last long at all. Alright, so I'm going to call it for this episode. We've got all the basics up and running except really iron. Oh, iron, red circuits, and blue circuits. Iron smelting, that is. I think that's all we have to do. Just those 3 components. I'll have to go through my list. Oh, there's a few others, like radars aren't done. Yeah. Radars aren't done. That's it. We're really in the home straight. Maybe this week, maybe next week, we can actually start piecing the whole thing together. Which in itself is going to be its own little mini-series, because I've got to not only piece it all together, but also get the train tracks set up in a way that it makes sense for both you, I, and the trains. And I have no idea who's going to be more difficult to set up for, me, you guys, or the trains. Or with the blue circuit build, real one, because I do not want to bot across this many green circuits. That's just painful. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. As always, thoughts, comments, suggestions, random abuse down in the comment section below. And also tell me if you think of anything else I've missed. You guys have been watching along the whole time. Have I ticked off all the things? Iron, red circuits, blue circuits, satellite. Yeah, I really think that's it. Oh! Solar panels. Somebody was screaming this right then. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, like I said, thank you guys for watching, as always, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Alright, bye!